Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Crystal. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I also sell on The RealReal and I've started sending things to ThredUp. You can find me on all of the things as the Crystal Bear. I'll pop them up right here and here. I will also link them in the description if you wanted to follow along. Instagram is the best way to reach me. So if you need to contact me for any reason, DM me on Instagram. That's the best way. If you're returning also, thank you so much for coming back and watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a comment and let me know that you're returning, and that way I can get to know you and say hey. All right guys, so this is just the normal every week mail out Monday. And this week has been good. So just a little spoiler. Last week I started doing my mail out Mondays a little bit different than I was doing them in the past. Now I'm doing them, I'm going to show you what sold through the entire week, and then I'll give you my numbers at the end. So stick around to the end if you want to know what I made in total this week on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I've been selling on all three platforms pretty consistently throughout the week. I also did sell something on The RealReal, but it's not in this video because it hasn't cleared on The RealReal yet, so I don't actually know what it sold for or what my commission will be from that, so that will probably be in next week's video. I also wanted to say, if you watched last week's video, you saw that I sold something on The RealReal. It has been returned, so that money will obviously come out of what I made for last week, which is fine. I also did have a return on eBay this week, so if you know anything about me or you've been following along for any length of time, you know that I hate eBay returns, and I actually took all my women's clothes off for a while because of the returns. But because of the pandemic, went ahead and started putting women's clothes back on eBay, and we're back at the returns. So I'm not mad about it. I just refunded her money. I didn't even have her send it back. It wasn't worth the amount of money. It was like a 5-pound item, so it wasn't worth the shipping for me to get it back, so I just refunded her. I'm sure that she's happy with that. I haven't gotten any negative feedback or anything like that, so that's just kind of how I handled that return, and each case is obviously different for returns. If I feel like the return is not justified, most of the time I will try and fight it, which I always lose, but just makes me feel better to try and fight it. So I don't know. Anyway, this one I was just like, whatever, I don't care. I've had these in, it was like a group of purses, and I've had them forever. I wanted them gone, so she can do whatever she wants with them. I refunded her. So anyway, let's get into the numbers. That's why you're here. Where's my notebook? I'm so sorry. I don't edit these either, so you're just gonna be like, I mean, like, I edit a little bit to add some stuff and whatever, but I don't usually pull things out. It's just like kind of how it is, you know? Anyway. All right, so this is gonna be from May 4th through May 10th. So it's Monday through Sunday. And I'm just gonna go day by day and let you know what sold each day and how much money it sold for. And then I will give you the gross amount of sales and net amount of sales at the end. So I'm not going to do it for every item. I'm just going to do it as a whole. First day was Monday 5/4. I sold one thing on eBay. It was this Nike gray strappy sports bra. This is from Denali El Ducho. I sold, I think, 3 out of the 6 things that she sent me this week. So I will also, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video on all of the boxes that I've had once most of the stuff sells, or if it's within 3 months. I'm going to let you know how much I made off that box, if it was a good purchase, blah, blah, blah. I will tell you, just a little spoiler, I've already made my money back from the box that I bought from Denali, so it was a good purchase. I am starting to make a profit off of that now, so just keep your eye out for that video. If you wanted to see the video where I unboxed the stuff from Denali, I will link that in the description. That sold for $15 on eBay. And that was the only thing on the 4th. On the 5th, I sold 3 things, 2 on Mercari and 1 on Poshmark. The first one was this Nike black cowl neck hoodie. This was also from Denali's unboxing. I sold this for $35, which is what I predicted in that video. So, and it sold full price on Mercari. Second thing I sold was this cabbie teal tank top, style number 420. I think this was an older label cabbie. People say don't pick up older label cabbie. I pick up all cabbie, really. Well, I look up all cabbie. If it's selling for something that I'm willing to buy it for, then I buy it. That's just how I do my thing. So everybody's different though. Maybe you want to just do New Label Cabbie because it sells for more money, and that's totally fine. This sold for $14, also on Mercari. And then the third thing was this joie. I never know how to say that. It was a silk top, like watercolor, had frayed neckline and fray sleeves. It sold for $27 on Poshmark. So that was a good day. Next day, the 6th, I sold 3 things on eBay and 2 on Poshmark. The first thing that I sold on eBay was this vintage Victoria's Secret nightgown. It was like vintage gold label. I picked it up. I thought it was going to do well. I've had it for over a year. I just put it back on eBay this week, and I put it up for an auction with like an offer option, and somebody offered me $5, and I was like, whatever, take it. So that didn't sell for much, but it's not here anymore. I'm not storing it. I'm not sharing it on Poshmark, so that's good for me. $5, goodbye. If you watch Lori's Boston Found, and she has like a By Felicia section, and I would definitely categorize this as a By Felicia for sure. These next 2 things that sold on eBay, they actually sold to the same person, but I didn't notice that. This was a mess. So these I got for free, thank God, because I messed up. I'm going to tell you about my mistake. So these are Jorgensen's adjustable steel bar clamps. There were 2 of them. I got them from a donation earlier in the week. They sold like same day. And I guess eBay was glitching. My mom told me this after the fact, and it was taking off like buyer paid shipping for a couple items. And I ended up going through my eBay store after this item sold, and there was like 6 or 7 items that had been moved from buyer paid to free shipping, which means I paid it. And I didn't know that. So one of these sold for $18 free shipping, and it cost me $13 to ship. So yeah, that was not great. But again, it was free, so 18, whatever, like $5 or $6, whatever, minus eBay fees, like whatever it was profit because I didn't pay anything for it. And then I did go in and immediately change the second one to add shipping. So the second one sold for $17, and the buyer paid shipping. So one of them was fine. One of them was a little bit of a mistake, but eBay glitches happen, you know. So it's part of doing business on eBay. But again, I didn't pay anything for them, so it was pure profit. They both sold to the same person, boxed them up, and sent them out the same day. So then the next thing sold on Poshmark. It was these Gsella black full-length leggings. These again were also from that Denali box, and these sold for $35 as well. So I paid $62, I think, for the box, and just between the leggings and the Nike hoodie, I made $70. So I'm already in the green. Obviously, there are fees and stuff that are attached with that, but anyway, those 2 items paid for the box for sure. And then next, this was also a donation. These H&M black shorts. I've had them for under 2 weeks, so I didn't have to store them for long. They sold for $9 on Poshmark. It's good with me. So that was a pretty good day. 5 items went out that day. I actually this week did not have any days that I had 0 sales, which is really good because most of the time I have 2 or 3 days. So next day, the 7th, I had 1 on Mercari, 1 on Poshmark, and 1 on eBay. So I just spread it all around. This was also the day that I sold a second thing on eBay that got returned that I was talking about in the beginning of this video. That's not going to be in the video. I'm not going to tell you how much it sold for or insert a picture because it got returned. So it's not important and it won't help you in any way. So first thing that sold on Mercari was these nano blocks. I've never heard of this before. This was part of a donation. I was like, I can probably sell them for a couple dollars. And I looked them up, and they were selling relatively well. People are at home. They want to do things. It's kind of like Legos, I guess, but like very, very tiny. So it was an alpaca and a buffalo. So I bundled them together because, like I said, I never heard of these. Bundled them together, put them up on eBay and Mercari, and they sold on Mercari for $12. Next thing that sold was on Poshmark. This was a Coldwater Creek sleeveless, multicolored, like duster. I don't always pick up Coldwater Creek. I just thought this was really cute and kind of trendy, which I was wrong because it sat for a while, so I shouldn't have picked it up. But it sold for $10. I got this at the bins. I remember picking it up, so I didn't pay much for it. It sold for $10 on Poshmark. And then the next thing is from my unboxing from Thriftology, Sarah. My Eileen Fisher box. This was in that. It's an Eileen Fisher short sleeve, white, like open knit sweater. Which, like, it's weird that, like, is a short sleeve sweater. But it was like sweater material. I don't know. Anyway, sold for $18 on eBay. And that was all for the 7th. On the 8th, I had 4 items sell on eBay. And anytime I get more than like 2 items on eBay, I'm like, oh my gosh, these cha-chings, like all day long. I get so excited about it, which like is lame, but whatever. Okay, so I sold these Lucky Brand Everly flats. Story time. I went to go ship these out today because they sold on Friday. So I normally, so everything that sells from Friday through Sunday gets shipped out on Monday, because my mom goes to the post office pretty early in the morning on Friday, so anything that sells like later in the day ends up getting shipped out on Monday. So I went to go ship these out today, and I noticed this big black scuff, and I don't know how I missed it when I was photographing, because it's big, like you can see it. So I tried to treat it and it didn't work. And I was like, I'm just gonna make this worse. So I stopped treating it. I took a picture of it, sent a message to the buyer and said, hey, I'm so sorry. I was packaging up your item and I noticed this flaw that I didn't notice when I was listing the item. Sent her a picture of it and asked her if she still wanted the item or not. She hasn't actually responded yet, so I did not ship that out yet today. If she doesn't respond by tomorrow, I am going to just ship it out. And then if she requests a return, then obviously I'm going to take it. So we'll see what happens with that item. But that sold for $18 on eBay. The next thing was this Friends, the TV show Friends, white crop top. Sold for $7 on eBay. Next thing was this Amopi, I don't know, whatever, foot file thing. It's like a pet egg kind of, but not really. Sold for $5. I remember picking this up. I bought it for $5, so I lost money on that for sure, but I wanted to get them out of my house. I bought like a bunch of them all at one time from like one of those dig stores that I was telling you guys about. So I still have one left, and they've been selling like consistently for $5, so I definitely should not have picked them up for $5, but lesson learned. And then the last thing was the best thing on this day. It was this new with tags. It was Victoria's Secret, the VSX line. They're called Knockout crop leggings, and they're just these fun like patterned leggings. I know a ton of people who have these leggings, so I've seen them everywhere. They were brand new. They sold for $25 on eBay. On the 9th, I had 2, one on Posh, one on eBay. And they were both the same thing, kind of. So if you watched my video, just kidding, I actually didn't do a video about this. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my hair just keeps getting in my face. I didn't do a video on the first box of donations that I got from the girls that I work with, but these were both in that donation box. So I didn't pay anything for either one of these. First one sold on Poshmark. It was a pair of Miss Me bootcut jeans. Sold for $38 on Poshmark, and then the same day a pair of Miss Me straight leg jeans sold for $30 on eBay. These were from the same person. They were the same size. Every time someone liked them on Posh, there were 3 of them, so there's still one left that's a skinny leg. If you're a size 30 and you're interested in that, send me an offer. And I was thinking that somebody was going to bundle these, all 3 of them, and just buy them outright. So every time someone liked one of them on Poshmark, I did put all 3 of them in a bundle and send them an offer. But that's not how they sold. They sold one on Posh, one on eBay, and one is still listed. So, but anyway, again, those were free. So I sold one for $38 on Posh and one for $30 on eBay. So that's pretty good in my book. And then the last day was the 10th, which was yesterday. And I sold 2 things on Poshmark. One was a bundle, and 1 thing on eBay. First thing that sold on Poshmark, again, another story time. These sold on eBay the same day, which has never happened to me before in all the time that I've been cross-listing. I've never had this problem. And I know that people say to cancel the Poshmark one because eBay gives you a ding on your account. That may be true. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what happens to my account. I canceled the one on eBay. It was not paid for yet. It was part of like an auction. It sold for like 15 and change on eBay, and the buyer hadn't paid, and it was like 4 or 5 hours after the fact. And normally I give 24 hours before I send a notification. But it sold on Poshmark for $38 within the same time frame. And that's a significant difference in pay. So I went ahead and canceled the eBay one. And the buyer hadn't paid yet, so I didn't have to refund anything or anything. And I don't know if that matters in eBay's algorithm or not. I'll find out when I either see a ding on my account or I don't. But I canceled the one on eBay, obviously, and went with the Poshmark one, which was for more money. They sold for $38 on Poshmark. So we'll see what happens with that. The next thing, oh my gosh, this was a bundle, and this is like the cutest outfit. Like, this girl has such good taste. It was this chaser long sleeve gray thermal with a pair of express like distressed jeans and star print ked shoes. Like, oh my goodness, the cutest outfit. Anyway, so she put those in a bundle. She sent me a message and said, "Are you open to offers?" I said, "Of course." The bundle was originally priced at $70. She sent me an offer for $45. I went ahead and used Lori's Boston Found's trick for bundles. If you haven't seen that, go over there and watch her video. She is very smart. I sent her a message. I did not accept or decline the offer. I sent her a message and said, "Hey, would you be willing to come up a little bit and meet me at 50?" And the reason that I did that, if you watch Lori's video, is because if she had said no, 45 is the lowest that I can go, and I had countered with 50, she may have declined and I would have lost that sale. So doing it this way, if she had said no, then I could have accepted the 45, which I was willing to take, and I would have kept the sale. Now, she did say yes, and then I sent her the offer for $50 and she bought it. But in the event that she had said no, I may have lost that sale, which would have been bad. So thank you, Lori, for that. Like, such common sense with something I would have never thought of doing prior to watching that video. So this is why I watch YouTube, y'all. It helps me out. So anyway, that bundle sold for $50 on Poshmark. I was very happy with that. I don't sell a ton of bundles, so whenever I get one, I'm very excited about it. And then the last thing that sold on eBay, it was a pair of Lucky Brand Christmas pajamas. So it was like long sleeve and like flannel bottoms, like so out of season, but they sold on eBay. They sold for $7. Again, not a ton of money. A lot of my eBay sales this week were kind of on the lower end, but a lot of this stuff has been in my closet for a long time. So I'm about to actually move all my inventory to a storage unit. So I would like to not move a crap ton of stuff if I can. So I am taking a little bit of lower offers just to move some stuff. Obviously, I'm not getting much in right now because I'm still not thrifting. So hopefully this will like lighten my inventory enough to where when I move it, it won't be a big deal. So anyway, that's why I'm taking lower offers. Not that you care. But that is the last thing that sold. So let's talk numbers. Okay, gross sales for this week, $433 even. That's not bad. Now, I'm going to give you the net numbers, but I do want you to realize that net numbers do not include cost of goods. They do not include taxes. You need to pay your taxes. If you're not paying your taxes, do that right now, because eventually the IRS will catch up with you. So this does not include any of that. So obviously this is not an end-all be-all net number. This is just what I took home after eBay, Poshmark, Mercari fees. That's it. So anyway, with that, all that being said, the net number is $364.78, which again, I'm not mad at. That's pretty good. I will say sometimes before the pandemic, I was doing that in a weekend. So obviously, like, it's still a little bit slower And some of that is being offset by the fact that I'm cross-listing to eBay. I'm not even done with that yet. I still have a ton of stuff to cross-list to eBay. Thank you, eBay, for giving me another 50,000 listings for May. Hopefully I will get everything cross-listed this month, and then who knows what'll happen. But for right now, I'm kind of feeding the beast on eBay because I'm listing a significant amount of things daily. So that's really like stimulating the SEO and all of that. So a lot of my sales are on eBay. Poshmark is like one sale every 3 or 4 days. So I don't know what's happening with Poshmark, honestly, but that's okay. I am, if you're interested, starting to try and branch out a little bit. I'm going to start picking up some more hard goods and put that stuff on eBay and Macquarie. It seems to sell relatively quickly if you get the right stuff. So obviously I'm still learning. If you know any good YouTubers that are frequent in hard goods of any kind, leave me a comment below and let me know what their channel is, and I'd love to go check them out. That's how I learn all my information, honestly. Like, I don't know if you have watched any videos, you probably heard me talk about this before, but I don't know a ton about clothing in general. Like, prior to reselling, I just picked something up if I thought it was cute and I wore it. Like, it did not matter what the brand was, where it was from. I didn't even know any of these brands. Madewell, never heard of it. Free People, never heard of it. Anthropologie, what is that? I didn't even know that was a store. Like, I don't have fashion sense, I guess. I don't know. I wear like jeans and a t-shirt every day. Jeans and a hoodie, like whatever. Flip-flops, I'm good to go. So I learned everything that I know about what sells from YouTube. And that's kind of why I wanted to get on YouTube and share what I know, because that's how I learned, and I want to pass that information to you, because if I just keep it, that's no good. I mean, I feel like I should share whatever I know and try and help people the best I can. Obviously, I was helped a ton by YouTube, and so I just kind of want to pay that forward. And that's the same thing with my Instagram. If you follow me over there, I like to share what I know. Obviously, it's also just like package pictures and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing over there either. So, whatever. If it gives you any comfort, I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. So, anyway. So, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment and say hey. I really want to get to know the people that are watching my videos. There's only a handful of you right now, so it's not hard to keep up with you. Just let me know you're here. Say hey. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up. That does help me out. If you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and the bell notification will obviously give you a notification whenever I upload a new video. So if you wanted to press that, you can also go ahead and do that. And I really appreciate everybody who watches these videos. Like, it's just amazing to me, even though there are only like a handful of you, like, it's amazing to me that anybody would want to watch me sit here and talk about nonsense most of the time. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.